Phil. Hello, Boris. Evening. Cool. What's best in life, guys? Is it Bladeguard? Could be. God, I had fun playing them this week in Liberator Assault Group, I'll tell you that. Where are you at, Boris? You said good afternoon. It's definitely evening. Just watched a battle report from Wednesday. Thanks, Phil. It was a fun one. I honestly couldn't believe how much the Bladeguard were able to like, they just absorbed so much enemy firepower. I really liked them. Really impressed with the Bladeguard. I thought I'd probably run 12 of them and be like, yeah, maybe. But I honestly think I'm probably just going to keep running 12 of them for now. Double Impulsor obviously suits my style of Blood Angels very nicely. East Coast, USA. Okay. I'm wanting to visit the East Coast in 2028. That's my goal. I want to do more Bladeguard, but I can't stomach any more Lamenter shoulder pads. Well, I guess just don't paint Lamenters. Is that not the easy fix? Like, just make one of your squads a Bladeguard, not Lamenters, man. Always fault that people that do Lamenters are a little bit of sadists, because, like, geez, oh, that's hard work, or it feels like it's going to be hard work. You're 3,000 points into Lamenters. Well, good for you. That's some serious motivation. I bet that will be tough. A lot of rumours this week about new Gabriel Seth model. If you've been following Chapter Master of Alrak, he's been talking about that. I sort of figured that we'd get Gabriel Seth back, but I mean, I think I would prefer like a more... The problem with Seth was he could never really join Blood Angels lists, right? He would do his own thing. He'd do his own Flesh Tearers thing. I mean, maybe if there's a cool Flesh Tearers detachment, it could work, I suppose. I mean, the Flesh Tearers still typically have Sangre Guard. They still typically have Death Company. Just, I don't know if either of those units were massively popular with Flesh Tearers, but maybe a bit. My chat, one sec, my chat. I like to have chat on both screens in front of me, and for whatever reason, chat on one of my screens is not working. Apparently I just have to log back in. So what's good in life, guys? What's happening? You had a nice weekend? The weather here in Scotland is sort of finally shifting. I mean, it's still cold, but like, we've got the sun back after like 3-month or more hiatus of the sun, so that's nice. It's really nice to make such a difference, you know, when you're just living in like perpetual darkness for 3 months. I mean, it's not perpetual, but like when you work Monday through Friday, then it's perpetual for like 5 days a week when you're in the office, right? So we're finally back to a point where like we're out of the perpetual darkness of Scotland. So it's nice. It's really nice. It's does such good things for your mental health, I think, when you open the door and it's nice and sunny as opposed to it's just rainy and cloudy and shit. What's the overview in the latest list? 2 units of Bladeguard. I mean, the latest list I played on Wednesday night is on the channel. I actually have a whole video that I filmed when I made the list, so I'm aiming to get that video out on Monday probably. So what I've been doing as of late on the channel is when I make a list, because most of my lists are designed around like I'm going to a tournament, so I'm making a list. I used to just make the lists and you know, one week I would just appear with a new list and be like, this is the new list I'm playing, and you know, like, I'm just playing it on the channel now, so get used to it. I think what I do now is every single time I make a new list that is like designed to be played on the channel and then ultimately getting taken to a tournament and hopefully do reasonably well at a tournament, I think every single time I do that now, I'm going to film it. I'm going to put it out on the channel. It's somewhat easy content for me to make, but I've kind of tested the waters with it a few times, and every time I've made it, people have found it interesting, because I guess they just get my 2 cents on like how I build my lists, how I go back and forth on units, why I take things, why I drop things. So they seem to be better received than I thought they would be. I thought people would be like, oh, he's just made another video about his list, nobody really cares. But it seems like people care about that a lot, I guess. I guess I've built the whole BAC channel, I guess, revolves around building and playing competitively, I guess, right? Like it's mainly about that. I mean, I do other videos here and there, I do painting videos here and there, but I mean, I guess the mainstay of my channel is these are the units I'm taking in Blood Angels and why. So and I'm very comfortable talking about that stuff. Like, I find it very easy. So every single time I make a list now, I'm just gonna like slap on the camera and film my thought process about making a list, so if it helps anyone. So they're not going to be my regular Friday videos, because I feel like I still like to put a little bit more effort into like the videos I release on a Friday. Like, they're supposed to be videos that are like high effort or something, right? But like if a video releases on like a Monday night or a Tuesday night, then it'll just be like, I was doing this list build anyway, so I thought I would just film it and share it, because some people, not everybody, not as many people watch those videos. But I guess my point is, you're going to see the occasional video like that of me just building a list. So take it or leave it. Forgive me, brother, I've bought Tau. I don't know if that is a forgivable offence, man. I mean, nah, you're allowed to collect many armies. I think I might have someone interested in buying that Elder army, so if I can get it sold, I'm gonna sell it. I'm probably gonna put the money towards taking my kids on holiday or something like that. I just don't have time to play Eldar as well as Blood Angels. Evening, Michael Huff. Phil is painting whirlwinds. Why in the name, in God's name, Phil? Aren't whirlwinds dead? Like, are they even a popular unit anymore? Like, are they a good unit anymore? I've got them and I never use them anymore. Molinar says 77, did you try some Bladeguard with the Priest? I did try out some Bladeguard with the Priest today. They feel so tanky, it's awesome. Thanks for inspiring us to try it out. You're more than welcome, dude. They are, I am in love with the Bladeguard. I only played them this one game so far, but like, I feel like they could be the missing piece for me. Like, both times I used that stratagem on them in Liberator Assault Group to give them lethal hits and lance. I was just like, I don't care. I don't care about taking an objective. I just care about doing an awful lot of killing with these Bladeguard. And I thought it was awesome. I really liked the Bladeguard. I mean, I've had a soft spot for Bladeguard for a while. I've been using them probably for like 3 or 4 years. I've taken them to tournaments before, multiple times. But yeah, I'm really digging them. Really enjoyed running them. Afternoon, Bearded Coyote. Hope you're well. You doing well, brother? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. I saw you in the battle report on Wednesday night. It's always appreciated as well. Bundy Wow says, love the content, mate. I'm playing today, 1500 points lag, taking 2 units of 6 Bladeguard, 1 led with the fight first chaplain, 1 led by the Sanguinary Priest. I hope it's not too slow. I mean, just advance them into cover in turn 1, man. It's not too slow. If you've got an Impulsor, even better, but like, I don't think you need to have the Impulsor. Turn 1, you just advance into cover in the mid-board. That's the play. Simple as that, really. I've started running into a lot of screening issues, so I want to use them to help clear out screens. I haven't had too many screening issues. I mean, I guess I usually end up taking a lot more tanks than most Blood Angels players, right? This music just gets super fucking loud, or is it just me? I feel like I can't win with the music as of late. There's been a few times where I've like downloaded new music and it's just had random bits where it gets so loud. Like, what is that all about? Problems? Oh, you were supposed to be working today?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to clock in now?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I can't believe I forgot that. Because I had Thursday off.
Oh my god.
I'm working today.
Oh my god. You not put a reminder in your phone, love? Okay. My wife's about to start working at 9 o'clock because she forgot that she needed to work today.
This is only 4 hours.
It is only 4 hours still. You're going to be here until 1 AM then.
I know.
Jeez,
So
oh.
the funny thing is, like, I saw some stuff pop up today on my phone and I was like, don't have to deal with that anymore.
Oh god. Boris says, I'm loving the double lancer. I've been taking it with lag. It makes my opponent stay honest. Yeah, I mean, I prefer double predator destructor, man, but I mean, maybe it's just the meta I'm in. Like, I just think the predator destructor is very versatile and it's also cheap. So I'm a big proponent of predator destructors. I kind of feel like they're probably going to go to legends. Hi, the Bladeguard looks fine. Well, I'm working on them, right? Like I've got a finished one here, so I've got to match. This is the finished one. I've got 5 that I'm working on. But I appreciate you saying they look fine because they. I mean, I feel like they're a long way from fine because I've only just started painting them. But I think the gold is a cool color scheme for the Bladeguard, and I also really like the white shields. So I'll probably do like the first coat of the white tonight. Maybe after I've done all these like little like satchels or whatever the hell it is. Lancers don't need oath. I don't know what. I don't know if I feel like I've got a lot of units that need oath. You know that? Apart from my Lancers, maybe, apart from my Destructors, I'm trying to think. In the game I played this week, I didn't use Oath at all with the Bladeguard. I maybe used Oath. No, I don't think I used Oath at all with the Sangry Guard. So if I don't use Oath of the Bladeguard, don't use Oath on the Sangry Guard, don't use Oath on the Death Company, then my choices really are like a random couple of units of Jump Intercessors and or my vehicles, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I'm using my Destructors, I usually feel like I probably have Oath available. But yeah, I finally decided to get 12 Bladeguard because I think I've been like, I hoped for a long time Bladeguard would be a little bit better, you know, like, and I think the 5-up Feel No Pain from the Chaplain, not from the Chaplain, excuse me, the Sangry Priest, I really think that makes them like a really interesting unit for me. I think in Liberator Assault Group they're perfect then, because the Strength 7 and the Stratagem to get +1 to wound just as like the perfect number. So yeah, I haven't really played Bladeguard in the Rage Cursed Onslaught. I know some people have had success with that. How are people in chat feeling at the moment about the detachments? Is everybody still running Rage Cursed, or are people starting to move out and go to some of the other detachments again? Like, what's the general consensus? You still just think Rage Cursed is by far the best, or is anyone giving the other detachments a bit more love? Evening, Rathian. How you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're well. I played Thursday with the Priest and the Guard. I didn't hit the 5. What, you mean you didn't hit the 5-up Feel No Pain once? I hit it so many times this week, dude. I thought it was ridiculously strong. Absolutely loved it. Had like my Bladeguard tank an entire round of my opponent shooting. Like their whole army shot the Bladeguard, and the Bladeguard were just like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just keep shooting us. We're chilling here." I felt like it was so good. Suppose it helps if you can roll a bunch of 4-up invans as well, right? Printing some Crimson Lord parts to convert my Bladeguard into Spear Guard. I love it, yeah. Well, that's why I gave this Bladeguard right here an axe. Because technically on the datasheet it just says Mastercrafted Power Weapon, doesn't it? It doesn't say anything about a sword. So last time I checked, pretty sure a power axe could also be mastercrafted. So I really wanted to, because I already had the Bladeguard with the spear. If I was gonna, like, because these models here are not made Bladeguard models. Spoilers. Every single one of these models is a converted. Do you know what? That's Lieutenant. From that Combat Patrol magazine. I think this is a Stern Guard with a 3D printed shield. This guy was also a Stern Guard with a real Bladeguard shield, but it's hacked off the Bladeguard. And this Bladeguard here is actually a Terminator. So all my most of my models here. Oh, and the Spear Guard one that I made, this guy, he was I think he was a lieutenant or a captain from Indomitus. So like I basically made 5 Bladeguard from 4 complete models, I guess. So I had one with the spear. I was like, I want one with an axe. And this is a firstborn axe, so it maybe looks a tiny bit small. Like his hand might actually be a little bit small because it's a firstborn hand. But like, I really think with the firstborn weapons, unless you point them out to people, it's really hard to tell that it's a firstborn weapon, right? Hammers feel wrong for Bladeguard? Yeah, I mean, I think spears and axes are pretty cool. I wanted to use the axe from the Sangre Guard kit. You know, the big one-handed axe that you get in the kit from the Sangre Guard, but I'd already got this guy's shield on, and then I realised that the axe in the Sangre Guard kit was the left arm. I didn't want to rip his left arm off. So I guess if I need to go 3 squads of Bladeguard in the future, I'm going to keep one of the axes from one of the last boxes of Firstborn Sangre Guard I have. Sent to me by a channel member, nonetheless. To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. Yeah, I mean, that's second best in life now, Catalan. What is best in life is Bladeguard. Oh, what's good in life? I thought it was what was best in life, love. No, I'm sure it's best. We haven't watched Conan the Barbarian in, like, a lot of years at this point. It's not as good a movie as you probably remember. I'm sure it is what's best in life. I gave Dante a massive 2-handed axe and holstered his pistol. I don't blame you, Kenny. I tried Rage Cursed. I liked it, says Boris, but I just don't think I'm good enough. Lag seems easier to play. I don't think it's a question about being good enough. It's just a different play style, maybe, Boris. It's very personal. Yeah, I think it's personal. Conan always, the best in life Bladeguard are those who dream to be like Conan. Okay. Jordan says, could Dante being T5 help justify his points cost since Mephiston is T5 and costs about the same? I think Dante just needs a bit of a redo next edition, man. He probably should just have +1 to command points per turn like all the other chapter masters. I think that would make him instantly a lot more likable is the wrong word, but you know, like his battle shock aura is I feel like his battle shock aura is very intermittent. And then his +1 to weapon skill, or +1 to hit now, doesn't make a ton of sense because Sangreguard already hit on 2s. So he's just a bit of a dated character, I guess, at this point. Dante. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. But it's just. I feel like he's just not going to be super popular until the new edition. He's fine at 120 points. I'm not running him. I feel like a captain on jump pack at 75 points. Probably just as useful. I think the best option for running Dante is honestly that 10-man Vanguard veteran squad with a ton of Infernal Pistols and stuff. I don't run Van Vets this edition. Van Vets used to be one of my favourite units. I used to run them with Storm Shields, with Lightning Claws, with Thunderhammers. I just find myself not running them these days, so if you want to run Dante, I think you run him with 10 Van Vets, and I think he's decent with them. But it's not really for me, I guess. And that's fine. There's different ways to play Blood Angels, right? My way isn't necessarily the best way, and my way probably doesn't win as many tournaments as some of the top players. But it works for me, you know. So I think that has to factor into things. When I took 2 Sangre Priest, 1 Dante, his +1 to run and charge bring me often to the important fight. Yeah, I mean, the +1 to advance and charge is good, man. I just don't know if it's worth. I mean, essentially you're paying 45 points for it, and then the cool thing about like the captains is they usually let you rapid ingress for free. So the captain, you can rapid ingress and then potentially heroic for only 1 CP, which I think is very, very strong. So it's a tough one. I wouldn't say that necessarily Dante's a bad character, but I would like to see some changes to him. Rage Curse Onslaught makes minimum size units very strong in the fight, and combined with Fight on Death is great against other melee, but it's do damage, lack of tools. Alright, I get what you're trying to say. Like, it's kind of one-dimensional. You jump in, you do a bunch of damage, you probably don't survive, right? I think that's probably pretty accurate for Rage Cursed. Like, it does do a lot of damage. It does do a lot of damage with small size units. Like, I found the 5 Death Company with a Chaplain very, very good in Rage Cursed. I also found, like, I was running like a Captain and 6 Sangreguard with Lances, and they could just get an absolute bonkers amount of attacks. So it was like 36 attacks plus the Captain getting like another 7 or something, so you're like 43 2 damage attacks at AP 2 or 3, and most of them have Lance. You know, like, I felt like it definitely has legs, but it definitely requires you to be like pretty forward charging offensive all the time, and I struggle a bit with lists like that. I've tried playing that in other detachments as well, where I like played my whole army is jump infantry, except like 2 Lancers or something. And yeah, no, I definitely feel like I struggle with those lists. The lists that I've like won tournaments with and stuff, I've had impulsors and 3 or 4 vehicles, and then like one of the units that I first won a tournament with was the company heroes, because I just think the durability of the company heroes is like, it's really, really solid actually. Bladeguard with the Chaplain have been MVP in a lot of the lag games. Can't wait to try them with the priests, says Jonathan. Yeah, I mean, they're great with the priest, man. I played them this week with the priest. Really recommend it. You should do it if you've not tried it. I ran 2 units with priests. I'm going to run them next week as well. Mortify. God, I'm sorry if I don't say anyone's name right. I'm sorry. Everybody's got difficult to pronounce names, and my English isn't the best. Thanks for the content you make, dude. I just bought my first Blood Angels box, and your videos are super helpful. Dude, thanks for jumping into the live stream and saying hello. We have a Discord. We also have a Facebook group. The Facebook group's getting a bit crazy. We get 6,500 members over in the Facebook group now. So that's a good resource. If you need more Blood Angels resources, you know, join our Facebook group. Discord isn't quite as big as that, but I reckon there's probably like 3,000 now in Discord. So we got probably the biggest Blood Angels Discord server as well. The link should be in the video description. So if you want to join, if you want to just chat, I mean, that's all free, right? Like you can just join the Discord, you can join the Facebook group. It's all there. How do I feel about dreadnoughts and lag? I mean, depends on the dreadnought, right? Redemptor dreadnoughts I think are just too expensive in points. I like Redemptors, I've got 3 of them. I just think they're so expensive in points. Ballistices are fine in lag. Death Company or Brutalis, I'm not sure. I just don't know if I rate either of those dreadnoughts, man. Like I've never had a game, like I've played them plenty of times. I took a Brutalis to a tournament this edition. I played the Death Company Dreadnought like for the last couple of months. I haven't played Redemptor Dreadnoughts much this edition, but I did play them a lot last edition. But I just think that they're very expensive. I wish they were like if Redemptors are a little bit less points, I'd probably be much more open to taking them because I like them and I've got 3 of them. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to take. I just don't know if it's the most competitive thing. Playing with a priest sounds like something that your parents regretted letting you do. I guess. Yeah. There's always someone here in Discord to troll. Sorry, in the live stream to troll me, isn't there? I always say something that can be construed badly, I guess. Misconstrued. Misconstrued we'll go with.
No, misconstrued.
How do you rate Gift of Foresight with a Thunderhammer with a Jump Captain? Is it worth it or not? I've played it. What typically happens when I take Gift of Foresight on that Jump Captain is I end up using it offensively because it gets you extra devastating wounds, and then like the turn after that I need it defensively, but you can't do it defensively because you've just used it. So I find it I feel like it's a good enhancement, but I feel like I always mess up how to use it because you kind of need to keep it for the defensive save where where the temptation is really there to just be like, let's have this Thunderhammer do guaranteed devastating wounds. But then guaranteed devastating wounds on a Thunderhammer, it's not the worst idea either, right? Like it can be pretty cool. So if you've got enough, like in my opinion the strongest enhancement in lag is the Fight First one. If you don't have enough points in that for that, excuse me, the one you mentioned, Gift of Foresight, is totally fine. I don't really rate Rage Cursed Onslaught. Rage Cursed Warrior. I think it's too expensive. 35 points for an enhancement that could potentially do nothing seems like it's just too many points for me, I guess. Are you not going with 18 Bladeguard? Well, money's a little bit tight at the moment, honestly, Jack. So I don't, and I'm probably a little bit shy on time. And yeah, I would have to, if I was going to do 18 Bladeguard, I'd probably want to build a third impulsor. I do have a third impulsor. It's still in its box, but then it would mean getting 2 more boxes of Bladeguard as well, which I don't know. I'm generally not a player that spams 3 of the same unit. I've had a few lists where I spam 2 of the same unit. Like, I feel like if we go back to my tournament winning list, that was kind of like a rule of 2 list, where I had like 2 units of jump intercessors, 2 units of outriders, 2 units of death company, you know, like 2 predator destructors, like 2. But I'm not someone that, I feel like even when I had like 30 Sangre Guard, because I did have 30, I just got to 30 at the end of last edition, you know, before they decided to change it and you can only have 18 of them. Even when I got to 30 Sangre Guard, I actually don't think I ever played a game where I took 30, right? Like, typically the most I ever took was about 21, 3 squads of 7. So, yeah, I guess I'm not an individual unit spammer. I'd rather my army's a little bit more diversified than like, oh, this is the... I mean, I think the same goes with the Vindicator tanks, right? Like, I ran 2 Vindicator tanks for a long time this edition. I know Vindicator tanks are really strong. There's definitely an argument to be said about, like, could I have just run 3 Vindicator tanks? I feel like, yeah, totally could have just run 3, but I didn't. So I think there's maybe like some questions to be had there, where it's like you don't want to go too spammy on one unit, right? And like, we know Bladeguard with priests are good, but if everybody starts spamming 18 Bladeguard and priests, it's probably not going to be long before they get nerfed. So I'm happy to run 12 Bladeguard and priest, I guess. I feel like it's still good. I feel like it's still pretty good. Phil's drinking tonight, apparently. The Salamander version, Forge and Battle, works on both the rounds, which is nice. But it doesn't give the reroll, only hit and save. Yeah, I mean, I like Gift of Foresight. I've used it before. I've filled out the end of the points with the list before. So I totally don't mind it. I mean, I forget how many attacks a captain with a Thunderhammer has, but I imagine it's like 5. So in Liberator Assault Group, you make a charge, you know, you hit on 3s realistically, so you get like, I guess, what, 4 or 5 hits? You probably wound your strength 10 with your hammer, so you probably wound on something reasonable, and then you flip one of the dice to 6 as well. So I feel like I'm on board with Gift of Foresight. I prefer the Fight First enhancement, but if you don't have the points, you don't have the points, right? Anyone running 6 Bladeguard in the Sangre Purse in the party bus? What is the party bus? The Impulsor? If so, yes, I'm doing that. If so, I already have a battle report on the channel with 2 Impulsors, both full of Sangre, Priests, and Bladeguard, right? I already did that. Yeah, I'm going to do it again next week. I thought it was awesome. But what is the Space Marine party bus? I actually don't know. I know for Death Guard the party bus is the Rhino, right? But the Land Raider Redeemer is the party bus? Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I haven't tried that. The Redeemer's so expensive at the moment, man. Like, I dropped it when it went up to 270 points. I feel like that's expensive. How did it get on? I mean, great. The Bladeguard were amazing, dude. He shot the Bladeguard with his whole army, Like, his entire army shot the one squad of Bladeguard. They were standing in the open and they were battle shocked. And I feel like they absorbed, like, his whole army's worth of firepower. I think he killed, like, 3 Bladeguard. I thought they were really awesome. I feel like they're the unit that I feel like I've been missing in my list. Like, something durable that can go in, can actually kill some stuff, and then just wither a turn of shooting so that other units can, like, get in and join the fight, or whatever, however you want to call it. I thought they were really good. Really pleased with the Bladeguard. We'll use them again, 100%.
Here's what I found.
Oh, look, my watch was trying to find Bladeguard on Reddit. Thanks, watch. You know, you can lift that watch to your mouth. It's supposed to work if you lift it up near your mouth. You lift it up near your mouth, you ask it, like, what's the weather like? What's the weather like? What's the weather like? It doesn't do shit.
You probably have a setting that you're supposed to turn on.
No, you're not. You're supposed to just lift the watch near your mouth. And I think you can even say, like, hey Siri, what's the weather like? And, like, it just does nothing. Like, look, I just said it. It didn't pick it up at all.
It's because it's prejudiced against the Scottish accent.
It's prejudiced against the Scottish accent, yeah. It doesn't do anything. And then I'm randomly talking on stream and say nothing that sounds like Siri, and it's like, oh, hey, let me just Google that for you. I'm like, oh, right, now you want to work. What a piece of shit. Evening, Speargrass. How you doing? You could fit 2 6-man units with priests and Land Raider Redeemer. I mean, you could, but the Redeemer is so expensive these days. I don't know if I run the Redeemer just because it's so expensive. I put Dante +6 in the party bus last weekend. Massive threat range, keeps your opponent scared, screamed like crazy. Yeah, I've done Dante +6 before in transport. I think it must have been a Redeemer or a Redemptor. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I feel like I prefer the 2 impulsors, because then you can put the impulsors on either flank and keep your opponent, like, you know, Bladeguard aren't fast. We know that. You find Redeemers die too easy. Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of stopped running them. 270 points for a big ass vehicle that's hard to hide with no invuln, man, is, I feel like it's hard to play. And then, yeah, you mentioned Catan and Necrons with their giant APs. Space Marines really get screwed on their invuln saves, right? Like, or just the lack of invuln saves in general. Voice chat is very temperamental with Scottish accents, apparently. I don't... How bad is my Scottish accent? Because I had someone in one of my videos recently saying that, like, he had to watch me with, like, what... like, audio captions? Is that what it's called?
It's really not that bad.
You know, like, what is it on YouTube when it generates the captions automatically? Closed captions, that was it. Some guy was like, I have to watch you every week with closed captions. And I was like, Jesus, is my accent really that bad? Because I actually didn't think it was, but...
He absolutely would not cope if you were from Bucky.
I mean, he wouldn't cope if we really spoke like we're from Scotland, would he?
Yeah, that's not even what Bucky
That's not even
says.
close.
Like, Bucky's like... Even I can't understand some people from Bucky.
Although you had that one guest that was tough. Yeah, there was I did have a guest on the channel who had a more Scottish accent than me. His name is Chris. He plays for Team Scotland for the Warhammer 40,000 tournament. For the Scottish Warhammer 40,000 team.
I see.
The thing is, when I was speaking to him, I didn't even notice that he had an accent until I started getting comments that were like, he's really hard to understand. And I was like, is he? Because if he'd been hard for me to understand, I would have said to him, like, dude, can you try and like speak a little bit less accented, right? But like, I didn't hear it at all.
Or try and speak clearly.
Yeah. Evening, Mike. Vintage Flanker says, I'm not a native English speaker, but I understand you loud and clear. I appreciate that. So it's not that bad. I think that guy's audio was terrible. I mean, his audio wasn't the greatest, but I guess if you already struggle a little bit with like Scottish slang and this Scottish twang, I guess that probably really didn't help.
Yeah, like depending on the Scottish accent, sometimes it can sound like they're literally chewing on their words and stuff. Yeah. Brian says he's from Texas, and when he takes his wife home, she can barely understand what anyone says. Yeah. I feel like it's been an age since I painted white Bladeguard shields. I really like how they turn out in the end, but I really feel like I need to paint so many coats of white on them, it's ridiculous. Painting white is not my favourite thing about that. I grew up watching Top Gear and Monty Python. Man, we watched Monty Python, me and my wife. It's my wife that if you can hear someone speaking in the background, it's my wife. She's on her computer in the same room. So we watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail for the first time. Together. Well, first time together, but honestly, I think it's the first time I've watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail in like 20-some years. I was going to say, don't say it.
No, I've seen it before, but like it was a long ass time ago. Like I would have seen it on like Channel 4, which is like, they used to show movies on like a Friday night on Channel 4. Maybe they still do. I don't watch terrestrial. In general, I don't really watch much TV. Period, except sports. Watch football. But yeah, I watched Monty Python for the first time in like 25 years, man. It's still so good. If you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you should see it. Everybody in chat has been really nice today, saying that they can all understand me fine. Even the French guy, Vintage Flanker. Do you know what? I've been trying to learn French from one of those stupid audio tapes, man, and I am so bad at it. And also, do you ever do that, like when you're learning another language, right? They always start with like really obscure phrases and stuff. Like one of the things it wants me to learn is to like ask for directions. Hey Flanker, thanks so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it, dude. Welcome. I hope you're in the members Discord. You should be. But yeah, it wants me to like ask directions, and I was like, it seems like a weird, like, you know, how do you learn language? Like, surely you should learn common things first. Like,
what are you talking about? Like Duolingo?
Well, I'm using the Pimsleur French language CDs. Pimsleur, yeah.
Not even Rosetta Stone.
No, because Pimsleur is like a
free one.
No, it's not a free one.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It was because it was on Audible.
I've never heard of it.
Apparently, it was by this professor called. His name is Pimsleur, and apparently,
shockingly,
he's really good at understanding why you learn language.
Okay.
But his tapes are really weird.
So the jury's out on how good he actually is.
Yeah, the jury is out.
So, like, what kind of stuff is it?
Well, you learn stuff like,
teaching. Esca Leroux Saint Jacques, which is like, where is, I think it's, I mean, I'm bad at it, but it was like, where is St. Jack Street? I'm like,
What could you need to know that for?
well, exactly, it seems like a weird, like that was in like lesson 3 or something.
Alright, so in your first lesson, here are the things that you usually learn when you're learning a language.
Hello?
Hello,
Yeah,
goodbye,
goodbye.
good morning, good night. My
Bonsoir.
name is...
I know that one.
My name
Je
is
m'appelle, yeah.
blah. I am blah years old, right?
Oh, I didn't do years old.
Where is the bathroom? Where is the disco? Where is the swimming pool?
Where's the bathroom? Where's the... It's like
Yeah.
two wrong.
Where is the library? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And then how to order food, like I'll have a beer please, or I would like the chicken and chips or something. Like these are all the things that you should be learning, not where is a specific fucking place. That
Yeah,
you've
where
never,
is a
ever been
specific
near,
street
ever.
in Paris?
Yeah.
Like that seems like a weird room. Anyway.
I'm quite confident that you can read a street sign when you're in Paris. I mean,
Oh,
it's different if it was Russian.
is it not bibliothèque? Is that right? Bibliothèque?
Bibliothèque.
Or was it discotheque? I don't know. God. But yeah, anyway, it's the
Is
Pims.
that not Donde está la biblioteca? That's Spanish. Oh.
Okay. Alright. I gotta brush up on my French. We'll do a tactics video in French in like 18 years time.
Here's Spanish. Donde está el cuarto de baño? Where's the bathroom?
Okay. Have you ever been to Spain?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
but before I ever learned Spanish.
What's the highest conviction change you predict will happen in 11th edition, and what's the most desired change that you want? Who is all going to the disco and then the library in all seriousness? That's a good question.
Me.
You-
Get on my level.
What's the biggest change we want for 11th edition? I think that if you'd asked me a few months ago, I was going to complain about some of the attachment nonsense, how like some of the attached rules for 10th edition are so confusing. You know, it's like, well, we just, you know, we had to wait, what was it, like 2.5 years for the Sangre Priest to attach to the Bladeguard? Like, I would like better attachment rules where it's like they're more uniform, they're more, you know, they're not so confusing. Like, I feel like I still get shit wrong with the attachment rules. Like, how long's this edition been out? 2.5 years, you know, like I think they should be more uniform. I think it should be less confusing. Well, I appreciate you becoming a member again, Vintage Flanker. Thank you. I did my counter update. Yeah, it's been a slow month for memberships, actually. I think everybody's waiting on the new edition, right? Like, it feels like... It felt really good this week to get the Bladeguard finally attached to the Sangre Priest, because I think that's a thing that the whole Blood Angels community have wanted since the day that the Sangre Priest got his rules announced. Like, but yeah, I think in terms of, I think some people have already pieced out of 10th edition and are just waiting for 11th now. At least that's the gist I get, right? There'll probably be a lot of changes in 11th that we don't even know about. Like, I'm a little bit worried about what's going to Legends. So I think there will be stuff going to Legends. I want them to reduce game sizes again. I mean, the game it's weird. The game can take quite a lot of time. You know, like the game I had against Miles this week, I don't think I was playing slow. I thought Miles was maybe playing like a tiny bit slow. Not seriously slow in any sense. But the game took like 4.5 hours, and I was like, I don't have a problem with the game taking 4.5 hours per se, but like, I don't have a problem with it because I'm playing it. But I always get people that come into the comments and they're like, John, you got to speed up the battle reports. Like, I don't have 4.5 hours to watch a battle report. And I'm like, but if that's how long the game takes, unless we're going to play the battle reports on the clock, and, you know, like clock each other out, which is not really good sportsmanship, or it's not really... Can't imagine that makes good viewing. Maybe it does. Maybe if the game could be a little bit quicker, maybe, for 11th edition. Like, there's an awful lot of rerolls at the moment, isn't there? Like, I thought they were gonna... I thought they said at the start of 10th they were gonna reduce the amount of rerolls, and they were also gonna reduce the amount of AP. And then it feels like neither of those things really happened, right? Because, like, I fight Necrons, and their whole friggin' army is AP 4. So, maybe something along some of those lines would be nice. A little bit less AP, like actually deliver on that, and then maybe deliver on a little bit less rerolls as well, so that the game's a little bit faster. My poor Whirlwinds will get Legends. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if the Whirlwind doesn't get Legends, dude. I think all the Space Marine vehicles, tanks, whatever, there's a good chance that they'll get Legends, and they'll be replaced with new tanks. Could you do a highlight reel? I mean, I could, dude. I just don't have enough hours in the week, honestly, Arathian. I actually only take one night off a week, which is Friday night. Like, every other night, I'm either making video content or streaming. So, yeah, I just... If I win the lottery and I don't have to do my day job, then cool, I'll do it. But I'm not very good at winning the lottery. I always get one friggin' number. It's really frustrating, you know. I got one number again this week. By the way, I don't even tell my wife how many numbers we got. We got one number.
I assume you'll tell me if we win.
Yeah, if we win anything more than £3, because the one time they emailed me, I've been playing the lottery for like a year. They emailed me like, "You've won. Log in to check." And logged in. I've won like $3. The ticket costs $2.50. They're just giving me a free ticket for next week. Like, why even? Why even? For Blood Angels, I wish back the Chaplain, Library, Dreadnought. It would, do you know what? It would be nice to get our Librarian Dreadnought back. And it would be nice to get some cool rules that go with that. I kind of feel like I missed the Psychic phase a little bit, honestly, as well. I feel like the Psychic phase, yeah, I feel like there was part of the Psychic phase that was pretty good. I think it was when you had choice in the Psychic phase. You know, like every Psyker could have two or three different abilities, and you could choose some stuff. I think that was pretty cool. I think I'd like to see some form of that back. I've not won the lottery, but I haven't bought a ticket, so that doesn't help. Yeah, well, you gotta
be in it to win it. As
yeah, you gotta take the plunge to get going. Another phase, but replaced with rerolls everywhere in 10th. Yeah, I don't know then, eh? I do not know. I just know that I feel like I want less AP. Because I think the thing that annoys me most is like when everybody's got stupidly high AP and you don't even get to roll saves. Like, that's such a feels bad moment in the game, I feel like. especially when so many armies just have like every unit has an invuln save, and then there's some armies like Space Marines where like most units don't have an invuln save. I don't really understand the logic behind that. You know, like a random ass aspect warrior can save against, you know, like, keep dropping the model. I must be tired tonight, man. Which is funny because I went to bed early last night as well. I usually only drop the models when I'm getting tired. Like 3 times already. Yeah, random aspect warrior gets like a 5-up invuln save against like a Necron Ghost Arc, but like you're telling me like friggin' Land Raider or Predator doesn't get any save. Doesn't make any sense. I want force weapons to instant kill again. I don't know if they'll bring back instant kill force weapons. I mean, it could be cool, but I doubt we'll see it. I think I'm gonna go for white on the back of the shield, and then I'll do gold on all the raised areas. Played my mate's Necrons last night. Everything I did in Invuln or Feel No Pain stacked on top of Resurrection. It was really challenging. Yeah, Necrons, that's why Necrons are in a really, really strong place at the moment. If the Necron player can roll like 4-ups in turn 1 and 2, you're in a pretty tough situation. Oh, I'm supposed to say at some point during the stream, if you could press the like button, it would be appreciated. I always seem to forget to say it on live streams. So if you've got 2 seconds and you can do that, I would appreciate it. I think it's stupid that Horde armies such as Toughness 5 Orcs, but Space Marines are only Toughness 4. Like, come on, Guardsmen are T3, you expect me to believe Astartes are only T4. Yeah, I mean, I think in some ways it's like the legacy stuff, right? Like, if you... How do you put this? Like, if you look at bolt guns, they're a great example of a legacy weapon, right? Like, bolt guns are absolutely tragic these days. Strength 4, no AP. Like, they are just the worst weapon. But because that's what they always, or because they're an old unit or an old model or whatever, that's just where they're at. So bolt guns are just a tragically bad weapon, and for whatever reason they're not updating bolt guns. I don't know why, but like, you know, do you remember a while back they went through the Codex Space Marines and they gave tons of weapons 1 AP. They were like the knives on the Phobos, they get 1 AP, the gun, I think it was the knives on the Reavers, they get an AP. There were some other things as well. Scouts, their knives got AP. But like, they just left bolt guns, strength 4, no AP. It's like, why? You've already established that all these strength 4 weapons are garbage. So why did we leave bolt guns as garbage? Like, the only reason we left them is because they're quote unquote legacy weapons. Is that right? Am I wrong? When's my next GT? I haven't booked one yet. I think it's going to be in the summer, man. There's one in July. It's going to be like an overnight thing. I haven't been to an overnight one in ages. Typically because my kids have been very young, so because it's July, I feel like there's a very good chance it's going to be 11th edition. I mean, I maybe go to a one-day tournament before then, but I really want to go to a tournament where I go away overnight, because it's been, well, I haven't been to a tournament overnight since before my first kid was born, and that was, I think it was September 2019 actually. So yeah, it'll be almost 7 years since I was at a tournament where I had to stay away overnight. Angelic bolt pistols, yeah. Why are angelic bolt guns so bad? Good question. Considering the Victrix Guard got really nice pistols, didn't they? Like the Victrix Guard have the same sort of bolt guns, but they get, is it 2 damage and an AP 1? Like, how does that make any sense? I mean, I feel like it doesn't. Half-naked space dwarfs with toughness 6. Yeah, I mean, it's some of it's legacy stuff for sure, right? I had fun playing a Gravis Blood Angels army. I did it one time. I took it to a tournament. I think I had 28 Gravis Marines, and I did surprisingly well with it. I think I was like 1 game away from getting to the top table, because I think most people don't expect to play against 28 Gravis Marines when they play against Blood Angels. But I thought it was cool. It worked out pretty well. Just normally, I suppose we don't really see that sort of list coming out from Blood Angels, right? Stormbolters are trash too. They need to have the assault keyword, or I mean, assault would help them a little bit, Mike, but I think you're right. Stormbolters are absolute trash. They need to be AP 1. It's weird though, right? Like, if you gave, like, think of 5 Terminators, right? They get 20 shots, strength 4. So, like, you know, we've just established that, like, orcs are T5 and half-naked space dwarves are T6. So how useful is even strength 4 bullets? I mean, arguably not that useful, right? So even if you gave Terminators 1 AP, like, it's not gonna be like, oh my goodness, like all of a sudden everyone's gonna be like, let's run Terminators, they've got 1 AP on their strength 4 weaponry, right? It's still gonna be kind of strength 4, still gonna be kind of hot garbage, right? But yeah, we live in a weird world where the old bolters, the legacy bolters, the storm bolters, they're just a bit garbage, I guess. For no real reason, it feels like they're just a bit garbage. Thousand Sums of a bolter with AP2 up to AP4. Yeah. What makes the rubrics AP2? It's just, that's just what they have, right? They're not regular bolter. They're called, like, can't even think what they're called. The Hell Bolters? I don't know what they're called. It's been ages since I looked at the Thousand Suns data sheet. I know their flamers can be pretty darn good as well. What's their special ammo? Well, regular tactical squads need some special ammo because strength 4 0 AP is garbage. I must admit, I think it's about... Do you know what? I think the honest truth is I came back to the hobby at the very start of 8th edition, having been out of the hobby for like 3 or 4 editions. So let's just say it was like the very... I think it was technically the start of... the end of 7th, but let's just say it was the start of 8th. So when 11th edition rolls round, like in the summer, I'll have been back playing this game for 9 years. I play like 1 game a week, but sometimes I do have a break. So let's just say, and then sometimes I go to tournaments, so that'd be like 5 games in a weekend. So let's just say it's 50 games a year. That's conservative, but probably also somewhat accurate. Hey, look at that, Speargrass. Thank you so much, dude. I was saying earlier, it's been such a slow month in terms of new memberships. So I super appreciate the 5 gifted memberships, dude. That is very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I have awoken.
Super appreciated. Thank you. If anyone got a gifted membership from Speargrass, please use it. Please come hang out in our members-only Discord. You're more than welcome.
I have awoken.
We chat pretty much every day in that members-only channel about serious 40k stuff, but also about complete garbage.
I have awoken.
So you're completely welcome. Yeah, no, so I've been back playing this game, let's say 50 games a year, every year for 9 years. So in total, like 450 games. And like, I've only played other armies like 10 times. I've played Ultramarines like 15 times. I've played Black Templars like 5 times. That's it. So arguably I've played like 420, 430 games of Blood Angels in the last 9 years. I have never fielded a tactical squad, despite having like 5 of them. I've never fielded them. Like, they just need better rules. Like the rules just don't make any. They're just not. They just. I feel like they just don't make any sense. Ruvendale, have a nice night. Thanks for hanging out. I think Blood Angels is in a good place. Almost every faction except Necrons and Ultras have a flaw in matching fluff to the loadouts. Yeah, I don't think Blood Angels are in too bad a shape, man. Like, I had a really good game with Liberator Assault Group this week. I mean, maybe it was skewed a little bit by how good that new priest is attaching to Bladeguard. Like, that felt really good. But like, I don't know if I feel like the balance in 10th edition 40k has been better than it was in any of the previous editions. Like, having like 8th edition had problems, 9th edition definitely feel like had problems. 10th edition feels like the best place we've been in balance. Is there still work to be done? I'm sure there is. I think you need to field the legends, likely to be legends in the next edition. Is one of the last games of the 11th. Well, we actually made an episode on the Grots channel about the units that we thought that were going to go to legends, dude. I don't know if you saw it, Mike. We got flamed so hard for it, where people were like, "Oh, you don't know what's going to go to legends. How dare you make this video? You're full of shit," basically. I don't know if that is the best video to make. I do think aircraft might be numbered. They're definitely I feel like they're definitely trying to get away from aircraft. You don't see too many new aircraft. We don't really play them in this edition. Yeah, how dare you? Exactly, Kenny. How dare we speculate on what's going to go to legends? But we did. Because that's just who we are. Phil says, I've never run tactical squads either, even back in old editions. I ran tactical squads very commonly, like in 3rd and 4th edition. I started this game in 2nd edition, and in 2nd edition there was no Sanguinary Guard. You could only have one squad of Death Company. And like my Blood Angels army for the longest time started out with like 2 or 3 squads of Tactical Marines. Like I definitely feel like they were a core part of like almost every army list I made for a while. And then more recently, I guess just because of lack of weapon options and because they're somewhat of a legacy unit, they've just like there's just been no point to field them, right? But oh well, I guess we'll see. I'd be very surprised if Tactical Marines do not go Legends. Because, like, nobody plays them. I mean, I feel like they've had intentionally bad rules to make people not play them. But then, maybe, like, the Terminators got a glow up, right? They got new models and their Stormbolters are still rubbish. So maybe my theory about them having intentionally bad rules is just bogus, because shouldn't Terminators get better bolt guns? Like if they got new models? Surely there's a designer there that went like, hold on a minute, Terminators have terrible bolt guns. Like, Terminators have worse bolt guns than regular Intercessors. So if I'm correct, regular Intercessors get to shoot 4 times per model at strength 4 EP1. You know, Terminators are supposed to have like Stormbolters that get like more shots because they're like bigger chunky armor, bigger chunkier guns, right? It doesn't make any sense that they would have 2 less shots than a regular Intercessor. And also they have 1 less AP. And honestly, in most of my games these days, I'm running a squad of regular Intercessors and I shoot them all at the same target to get all the bonus shots. And they don't do, like, they chip like 1 wound off things, right? Excuse me. Thank you. So even when you attach a character to Intercessors, which I have done recently, like I was running the Intercessors with Inquisitor Kotiaz, because Kotiaz helped me with my command point problems. So I was playing them in Angelic Inheritors, which meant I could reroll ones to shoot, and I could reroll ones to wound because they have the character keyword. I still thought they were kind of garbage. So yeah, I'm confused as to why Terminators, like you said, with the new kits, are still sort of garbage in terms of their bolt guns, right? Like no one's running them for their bolt guns. You run them for the power fists and the durability, and I don't even know if you run them for the Cyclone missile launcher, right? Do you remember when you first got a metal Terminator that had a Cyclone missile launcher? Because I feel like most people didn't have a Cyclone missile launcher. I feel like, I could be wrong here, but I feel like the box of 5 Terminators, like 2nd edition Terminators. I wonder if I can get a picture of the box art. Like I don't know if I can get a picture of the box art, maybe? But remember this photo? Remember this photo? I feel like this is like the loadout that the Terminators came with. Like, you didn't get the Cyclone missile launcher like as standard. Like, that wasn't in the box of Terminators. Like, I don't know if I could find a picture of the 2nd edition box of Terminators. I can't even picture in my mind what that second edition box would look like. Oh, yes, I found it. Hold on. Open image in new tab. Yeah, this is the box I'm talking about. Like, I had this box, I'm sure of it. And I feel like in this box, there was no weapon options, right? This is what you got. What you see there is what you got. So you got an assault cannon, you got 4 stormbolters, you got like 2 chain fists, 2 power fists, and the sword. And I feel like there was no other weapon options. I think you had to go to like the Games Workshop, and I think you had to buy like the individual blister pack, which was like a Terminator with Cyclone missile launcher, right? Am I right? I mean, this is 30 years ago, so my memory could be wrong. I bet you there's one on eBay. Mike says, I'm right? Yeah, like, oh look, he's $45. Here he is. Like, he didn't cost $45 back in the day. Oh, he cost $3.99. Oh, that's funny. That just shows, like, I didn't have this guy, because I guess I didn't have $3.99. That's sort of embarrassing, but hey, money was different back then, right? It was, you know, as a kid, you got like $10 every 3 months or something. You had to make it work. But yeah, I feel like when you got this Terminator with Cyclone missile launcher, he didn't even have a power fist. His other arm was a targeter. So it was like this thing here, which is like a little targeter that's supposed to target where his Cyclone missile launcher is going to shoot, right? But like the first time you got the Cyclone missile launcher, I feel like it was like a super cool moment. It's like, you've got the Cyclone missile launcher, oh my god, you know, your friends are like, cool, you've got the guy that's got the Cyclone missile launcher, you know, I've just got the regular Terminators, I don't have the missile launcher. And it's like the Cyclone missile launchers in the new Terminator kit, they suck as well, by the way. Vega says, I am so old, I remember. Yeah, if we really want to talk about old, wasn't there a rule, right? This is going really old, and I need to actually remember what this rule was. But there was a rule when you had a Terminator with a Cyclone missile launcher, he could shoot all the missiles he had in one turn. Like, it was just like, does anyone remember this, or am I hallucinating? You could just be like a Hail Mary, right? You could just have him shoot every missile. That was a rule, right? I feel like that was a rule, but maybe I just made that up. Like back when 40k was a little bit more bonkers. You picked how many missiles he shot, which decided the blast, and there was a chance that you would make him explode. So you could just choose to shoot every single missile he had, like all 10 in one turn. Was that right, Mike? I feel like that was so cool. And now it's like you get one crack missile that either misses or doesn't wound. He had 12, so you could shoot all 12 in one turn. Oh yeah, it was cool, wasn't it? Man, we were so spoiled back in the day. We didn't know what we had. We were so spoiled. The assault cannon could be used in that manner too. You got risky choices. Yeah, we were spoiled, man. But I really do think there was a time where, like, getting that Cyclone missile launcher was such a big deal. Having that model, like I feel like none of my friends had it. You got one guy with a Cyclone missile launcher. Like, oh, cool, you've got the Cyclone missile launcher. You take him into battle, you shoot all 12 missiles in one turn. You blow him up. How cinematic. How late am I? You are 1 hour 20 minutes into the stream. Good evening, my friend. Excuse me. Good morning, Mr. Kazumi. How are you? Good morning. Where on earth are you located? Good morning. It's like 10 p.m. here. You must be... Is it Australia? New Zealand? Maybe, yeah, maybe they're like 11 hours behind or something? I don't know where you're at. Where you at? Singapore. Oh, cool. Got good weather in Singapore at the moment? Or is it always good weather there? How big is Warhammer in Singapore, by the way? Like, is there a lot of like Games Workshop shops and stuff, or it's not that big? I have no idea. Do you think Captain Carlian will get a new mini with the Blood Angels Assault Terminators? It would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice if he finally got like some recognition as well, because although Captain Carlian has existed for a while, he never really had a mini, right? Like, it's not as massive as Pokemon cards. Is Pokemon cards not kind of massive everywhere, though, right? Is that not just a thing? I actually finally figured out how to have peace from my 4-year-old and 6-year-old this weekend for the first time ever. Is we gave them Super Smash Brothers, and oh my goodness, they played so much Smash Brothers. I actually don't know if they fight each other or if they just have fun jumping off the levels.
Sorry, what?
The kids.
I think they like that their characters hit each other.
Yeah, do they?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just hit each other and then occasionally jump off the levels.
I think that's what all the shrieking is about, that they're trying to hit each other.
Okay. Yeah, no, but they played super... Like, we've had them trying to, like, play Mario Kart, and it'll keep them busy for, like, half an hour. But, like, yesterday, I was just wanting peace from the kids at some point. Maybe... I don't know what I was wanting to do, but I was wanting to get peace. And I was like, hey, guys, there's a game you've never seen before. And it's, like, Super Smash Brothers on the Switch. And I just gave it to them, and honestly, like, they played it for, like... 3 hours or something, like complete peace. The most peace.
Don't admit to our bad parenting.
Yeah, I'm admitting to bad parenting. I just wanted peace. They're so noisy.
Well, they weren't exactly quiet playing that.
No, but the cool thing about
triggering me from the other room with all the noise.
Yeah, but the cool thing about the Switch is you can pull the little thing out and you can put it somewhere. Like, we'll put it in her room tomorrow and let them play Smash Brothers for an hour. Maybe they've had enough screen time. Well, no, Daddy's had some peace time. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's always sunny in Singapore, is it? He did. It was the captain that came in the old Blood Angels army box. Yes and no, Phil, right? Because I've got the Deathstorm box right behind me. You can literally... I was going to say, I don't think I can make this camera bigger. Like here, right here, says Deathstorm. And that Deathstorm box had that captain in it. Captain Carlian, right? He wasn't really Captain Carlian. Like this box. This is the captain you're talking about. Like, I have Deathstorm. I don't remember what year this box came out. It was ages ago. And where's his sprue? This was his sprue, right? But like, he was never really called Captain Carlian, because when you look at it, it says the sprue is the Blood Angels. Oh, it does say Blood Angels Captain Carlian. Was he named in that box? We're getting into all... I didn't think he was named. I thought he was just a generic captain. Like, you're talking about this model here. Well, maybe he was named in like the lore of that, but he never he never had specific rules that differentiated him from a regular captain, right? Like he's just a captain in Terminator armor. Like he never had his own fancy Terminator rules, right? I think that's more of what I'm talking about. He was named for the narrative box, yeah, but like he never had rules though, right? Oh, glorious. Man City just drew 1-1 with West Ham. That is glorious. That's the best news I've had all day. I hated special rules in the detachment that came with it. Okay, well, I'm not remembering that. My mistake. But I never remember seeing a data sheet for him, like just a raw data sheet or like a codex entry. Like he never had a codex entry, right? Like I think they should bring him back, and I think they should give him like a real codex entry. Yeah, he was never in a codex. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm alluding to, because he was never in a codex. You know, I've never painted a Necron before. So this one on this base will be my first ever Necron. I think I'm honestly just going to paint the whole thing metal and then hit it with some sort of wash. Just give it a bit of a grey undercoat to dull it down a bit from the gold, really. I need my Angrage Damage 3 man. Who is your Angry Damage 3 man? Astaroth. It would be so nice if we did have some Damage 3. I know we've got Assault Centurions, but like, I just hate how slow Assault Centurions are, man. I feel like they're hard to play because they just 4 inches just feel so slow. And then every time you go to advance them for the advancing charge, roll like a friggin' 1, and you're just like, oh my god, this unit, even with its advance, is 5 inches. It's just tragic. Oh, Seth. When did Seth last have damage 3? He didn't have... Oh no, he did have damage 3 actually. Yeah. Well, Seth might be coming back. Valrak made a video about that just this week. I must admit, I've been quite busy with, I guess, life and work and kids. So I haven't been watching as many of Valrak's videos as I used to watch. Or I haven't been, like, I used to probably try and catch his live streams. Maybe not every week, but like once every couple of weeks. I've just been too busy, man. Jeez, West Ham had 1 shot on target, right? Mm-hmm. Manchester City had 24. Final score, 1-1.
That means absolutely nothing to me, what you just said.
Man, you know nothing about football, do you, love?
Correct. And I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a normal game of Football Manager, I know, right? I would love to see Mephiston's damage changed to flat 3. I think if his damage was changed to that flat 3, he might almost be an auto-include, you know that? If Mephiston just had something he was reliably good at. I think that's all. He's just screaming out. He just needs something he's reliably good at. But yeah, I mean, we've got Corbolo, who's missing in action. We've got Captain Carlian, who's, I guess, missing in action. We've got our Librarian Dreadnought, who is missing in action. So I would hope that we would get at least one of them back in 11th edition, maybe two, right? I feel like based on previous editions, I feel like two would be reasonable, because like, I think in 9th edition we got Mephiston and Dante, is that right? 10th edition we got Lamarta's Astaroth. Was there another new character in 10th edition, or was it just the two of them? I mean, we got Death Company Dreadnought refresh, but it wasn't really very good. Blood Angels will get a Furioso Dreadnought, you think, and it'll be 3 extra things to put on the Brutalis. I mean, more options for the Dreadnoughts does sound cool. I'm not against that, for sure. It's a super niche unit, but what would be cool as well is the Erlim. They're basically 5 all-black chaplains who asked as Atrath's personal bodyguard. So why weren't they in that book, man? You know, the Astrath book. I don't know if you've read it. It's one of the most recent Blood Angels books. Blood Angels do not get the best unit with the upgrade sprue. I actually bought one of the Horde World units that I need to have a look at. Look at these guys. I'm gonna make a video on this. But I've got the. This is the first time I've ever got these. So I'm gonna do some sort of character conversion, I guess. But yeah, I don't think the Erlim were in the Astrath book at all, which I don't know if that I don't know why that would be. The Blood Angels upgrade sprue is definitely anticlimactical, we know that. Yeah, I don't buy too much 30k stuff. I used to buy it when it was valid to field in 40k, but ever since they made it all legends, I've kind of steered away from it. I really liked my Terrax Siege Drill, though. Honestly, thought that was one of the coolest things ever. I thought its rules were unique, quirky, and kind of fun, I guess. What else do I really like from 30k? I really like some of the tank destroyers as well. Like the super heavies, I think they're pretty fun. Leviathan Dreadnought was also fun. The Contemptor Dreadnoughts with the twin Volkites were also pretty fun. I think the twin Volkite missile launcher Contemptor might have been like one of the best things that we ever got to play with from 30k, right? It would be cool if company heroes could join other squads. Well, Ultramarines kind of were allowed to do that, ironically, but
Yeah, that's a weird one, right? The Earl were only mentioned in the Gabriel Seth book. Yeah, it's weird then. I think they would have been it would have been cool for them to be in that Astaroth book, because that Astaroth book is all about them hunting down, you know, brothers that have fallen to the Black Rage. That would have made a lot of sense for them to be there in that book, I feel like. I've talked a lot about the recent novels and how much I like the recent Blood Angels novels, especially the Guy Haley ones, but like, I think I've also talked at length about how they take too long to release new ones. Like, I don't like waiting like 4 or 5 years for the next novel in a series. Like, I guess there's a lot of chapters and the authors have a lot of, you know, they have to write about all the chapters and stuff, but at the same time, if there's a compelling series about the Blood Angels, I want them to release stuff faster. Mark says, I hope we get more than one character or unit, since Blood Angels are rumoured to play an important part in Orcs in the 4th War of 11th edition box set. I think the 11th edition box set will be generic Space Marines again. There was this exact same rumour went around about the last edition ones, right? Where it was going to be Blood Angels in the 10th edition box set. Because it was going to be like High Fleet Leviathan. I will be very surprised if it's Blood Angels in the box set. I think it's going to be Ultramarines again. It's been Ultramarines as long as we can remember, right? Like, why are they changing it? Especially with like the popularity of Space Marine 2 and the Ultramarines. Like, you really think they're just going to change it up and be like, oh well, we don't care about Ultramarines now? No, it's going to be Ultramarines, man. I will be happy to be proved wrong, but I'd probably be willing to bet like $10 that it's Ultramarines. I'm sure it'll be Ultramarines. Sure. It's always generic Marines. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's my point. It's always generic Marines, so why would they be red all of a sudden? Balrak has been going on about it being Blood Angels long enough. I don't know, man. I think it'll be Ultramarines. Maybe there's been too many rumors that are just clickbait rumors that I've started to like. I don't know. I feel like you can only do rumors for so long, and then it's like, okay, you know, I don't know how to put it. Like, you just sort of like start. You're just like, it's just rumors. It's just all rumors, right? T-Money, my guess the rumor is mistaken and it's actually Blood Ravens. Oh, that'd be a cool rumor, because to tie in with the new video game. Yeah, I think that the video games have been massively popular. I can't remember, but
I think if you look up Space Marine 2, it's sold exceedingly well, right? Like, it's possibly the biggest Warhammer game we've ever had, is it? I mean, I think it's pretty much public knowledge. You can just Google how many copies of Space Marine 2 sold, and I think it was crazy popular when it came on Steam. I mean, I think it's still well supported. I think it's like it tied in the characters with the Amazon TV show. Like, I feel like they would be missing a beat to be like, oh well, let's ignore all that and let's make it about a different chapter, when the whole world or the whole video game community, which is a massive community. I mean, the video game community is probably bigger than the Warhammer community, right? The whole video game community has their eyes on 40k. Like, why not do more of what everybody knows and loves? And I still need to go back and finish Bolt Gun. You know what? I never finished Bolt Gun. I was getting a bit motion sick playing Bolt Gun, honestly. I don't know why. Maybe I need to try it again. Maybe I was just had a bad experience or something. But yeah, because I don't usually get motion sick when I play. But no, there was something. I definitely was feeling motion sick at one point. Maybe, and I don't. I don't even feel like I played it that long, because I played a lot of Battlefield over the Christmas holidays. I think I said that on my stream. Where I like played Battlefield, like I kind of regretted how much Battlefield I played over the holidays, because I felt like I had 40k painting I missed out on because I was playing that. It's Battlefield 6 was the new one, I think, right? So yeah, I think I played too much Battlefield 6 essentially over Christmas. Wasted a bunch of time playing. But yeah, I did enjoy the art style for Bolt Gun. I just didn't. I think I played it once. Probably need to play it again. Bladeguard feel like they're a unit that has quite a lot of drip, right? Like, they're a slower to paint unit, I think. I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to go into these guys. We can technically make Jump Priest with the Crucible of Champion rules. Oh, that's cool. I never even thought about making a Jump Priest with the Crucible of Champion rules, my friend. I think the problem with the Crucible of Champion rules is a bunch of people are not, a bunch of tournaments and that are not going to support them. So they're probably not going to see the light of day too much for some people. Plus, I do think the balance of some of them seems a bit bonkers. Like, the Death Guard one seemed, like, insanely strong. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Dawn of War 4. I must admit, I barely played Dawn of War 2. Like, I know Dawn of War 2, you didn't do base building and you did more like capture points. So, my old flatmate had Dawn of War 2. I mean, this is going back like almost 20 years. But I think I did buy Dawn of War 2, but I barely played it. And then I think Dawn of War 3, I never played it. I think it came out to like negative reviews, and as such I just never bought it. So I don't really know anything about Dawn of War 3, but I did like the first one a lot. And it seems like the idea is more like this one should be more like the first one, so it could be the Blood Ravens. That'd be pretty cool. That would be a curveball that not many people see, right? What can Death Guard do that's wild? They get some sort of like tri-character. It's called like a trilobe, which is essentially like 3 characters. And I think they can attach them to the Death Shroud Terminators. So I think you can have like 6 Death Shroud Terminators attached to these 3 more trilobes. And the trilobes only cost like 100 points, dude. And they are basically like 3 more Death Shroud. And they can have that, like, is it the Narcium type thing? So they can basically revive a Death Shroud every time. So you could have like this giant unit of 9 Death Shroud, which already does an absolute ton of killing, bringing Death Shroud back to life, and have like 3 more Death Shroud for 100 more points. Like it just seemed like, when I was looking at it with Colin, he was like, "Oh my goodness, this looks brokenly strong." But I mean, full disclosure, I didn't buy the book. I'm not sure what the book's even called. The Maelstrom books. I didn't buy them. I'm not really keen on buying books like for £50, so close to the end of like, you know, those books are going to be redundant in like less than 3 months, right? When 11th edition comes out, like, to me that seems like I don't know, I feel like I'll get, like, realistically I play like 1 or 2 games and then the books are redundant. Like, to me it's just not worth £50, right? I feel somewhat cheap saying that, but I guess that's the truth of how I feel. Bladeguard, a deceptive amount of work. I'm close to finishing 6 and a company champion for my try-hard painting, and they're nearly done after a month on my desk. Yeah, I feel like it's going to take me ages to do these Bladeguard. What's the odd? The Sanguinary Priest will change. I don't want to buy any more before 11th. How many have you got, like? Unless GW goes and promises new units for all armies again, I expect only refreshes like Van Vets. I'd love a Battle Predator or a Librarian Redemptor chassis, but I might be too greedy for what we get. It's not being cheap, it's just being efficient with your money. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird though, because this is my main hobby, right? And I have the channel, and I want to support the hobby, and I want to embrace it fully, but like at the same time, I feel like asking me to buy £150 of books, because that's what it is. It's 3 books each that are 3 sets of books that are each £50, right? Asking me to buy £150 of books that are only going to last 3 to 6 months. I didn't like it last edition, where chapter approved cost what did chapter approved cost last edition? You had to buy it every 6 months, right? And it cost I think it was £20, but I guess that was fine. I think it's better they do chapter approved every year now. Like, I think that is an improvement. But then they messed up with chapter approved this time and ended up having to remove a bunch of the rules like straight away, right? You remember that? They like added the new chapter approved, and then before you know it, it was like, oh well, we're not going to play with the catch-up mechanic because we've messed up again. I think they've had 3 times this edition they've tried to do the catch-up mechanic. It was secret missions once, it was gambits once, and I can't even remember what it was this last time round because it only lasted about 5 minutes. Like, literally, I feel like I went to one event, and then it was like whatever the cards were called were already, like, no one was using them, right? All the tournament organizers was like, this is a silly rule, let's not use it. What was it called again? Gambits, secret missions. Don't know. You can 100% support the hobby without GW slapping you in the face. Okay, well, I just telling you guys how I feel. I appreciate. I guess some of you are right there with me and feel like it's a bit of a big ask to spend $150 on books that are only going to last a couple of months. Challenger cards, that's the one. Yeah, they didn't last long at all, right? Like, literally like a month, and they were already like, people were like, we're not using challenger cards, they're broken. So maybe if we're talking about something that we'd like to see, I think we're all okay with some sort of catch-up mechanic, right? Nobody likes to be 50 points behind in a game on turn 3 and have zero way of getting anywhere close to it or catching back up. But I feel like they really need to double down on how they're gonna... They need to double down and make like a good catch-up mechanic or a good way to get people back into the game, because I feel like they've tried 3 times and they've failed 3 times. So that would be a nice, that would be on the wish list for 11th edition, right? But yeah, no, I feel like Bladeguard are a unit that have a lot of detail on them, which is fine. I like sometimes units with lots of detail, so the 6 that I got in this gold scheme I think look pretty cool. I'll be super happy when I have 12 in this gold scheme. It'll take, same as, who said it in chat that they were working on them, it'll take me the same, it'll take me... Would Bladeguard or Sanguinary Guard be scarier with sustained hits? Probably the Sanguinary Guard, because they can hit with more strength, and they can also have lance built in. I think the loser could draw an additional secondary card would be a simple solution. Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. What, like, so the person who's behind, if they're like, let's say 10 points behind, when they draw secondaries, they can draw 1 extra secondary, and what... Almost like that, you know, that one that's like, oh, and then you shuffle the secondaries back into the deck. I think just that. Just let them draw 1 extra secondary and then shuffle it back in. That would be cool. Give this man a job. Good idea, Kenny. I read up in the Death Guard character, yeah, they're a little spooky. It locks you out of a Lord of Contagion, but getting 15 wounds at toughness 7, 2 up, 4 up, and 3 guys with Man Reapers is wild, right? And they can revive a Death Shroud as well, right? And how many points was that, dude? It's like 120 points or something, right? So you have like a giant 9-man unit of Death Shroud Terminators. God, the 6s are hard to deal with. Imagine dealing with a 9. But hey, I do hope the Crucible stuff breeds like a return of, you know, like a return of more customization in terms of like points and stuff, I feel like. Because I do find it super annoying in the current edition where it's like, you're getting to the end of building your army list and you're like, I've got 20 points left, and then you realise, oh, you can't do anything with 20 points because, you know, none of the enhancements work, or the enhancements are overcosted. I think there's very little granularity left in 40k for that, and I think I'd like to see that improved as well. I'm starting to get quite tired. How long have I been live for? 1 hour 55. It makes sense. Probably aim to be live for about 2 hours on a Saturday night, so probably 10-15 more minutes, guys. If you've got any burning questions, now would be the time. Otherwise you will have to wait for the live stream tomorrow night where we go over community submitted army lists. That goes out at 8:30 every week, or most weeks, I guess. So if there's any burning questions right now,
please ask them in the next 5 minutes, because after that I'll probably be thinking about going to bed. I feel like I've been painting Bladeguard the entire night and the progress has been minimal. But hey, we keep going, you know? Sometimes it's nice when they change units though, because it, like, you know, when they make the Bladeguard attach to the priest, I'm like, oh cool, it motivated me to get 5 more Bladeguard ready. And I didn't buy any new models, I just managed to convert what I had. Progress is progress, exactly, Phil. I've been going to the gym every Sunday morning now as well, which is really nice. So, I want to be up early, do that again. Trying to be more healthy as I get old. Oh, hello, Annabella. You snuck up on me. What are you doing still up?
What? My space light. Oh, your space light went. Well, you should be asleep. But you wouldn't know it was going on. Right?
You saw.
Oh, I'm working.
Okay.
Like I'm working at my job where I get paid by someone else.
How do we feel about Land Raiders in lag since they have an assault ramp? I mean, Land Raiders are generally good, they're just expensive. And I feel like the lack of in-run save also makes them, like, quote, somewhat of a liability at times. Do you think they'll resculpt the Bladeguard Ancient and actually give him a weapon in 11th edition? No, probably. Grey Knights are starting to run 3 Land Raiders.
Did they get an invuln save on Grey Knights? No? Okay. Maybe it's because knights aren't in the meta so much, but then here's the thing, see if you play against Necrons, do Necrons just not destroy you? AP 4, flat 4 damage from the Doomsday arcs. Like, that's going to be horrific against Land Raiders. That's kind of why I don't run Land Raiders, honestly. Like, there's too much really high AP. It's just going to be very, very good against them. Yeah, I mean, like, probably just convert the Bladeguard Ancient to have a power sword in his hand and then keep crossing your fingers that at some point they'll rectify the rules, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I forgot how much detail was on the Bladeguard, honestly. It feels like I'm going to pick these guys forever. Land Raiders just need 2 more wounds. Or like a 5-up invuln, man. I feel like the 5-up invuln would be better. There used to be a Land Raider that had a 5-up invuln. Was it like the Proteus? Or I know the Achilles had a 4-up invuln. I feel like if the Land Raider had a 5-up invuln, it would be a pretty great unit. And they could have probably kept it at like 240 points. I feel like I said, it seems a bit random that like a random aspect warrior has a 5-up invuln, but a giant Space Marine armor tank has no invuln. Land Raider has some of the toughest armor the Space Marines can build, but no invuln, right? Seems weird. Give it a 5-up Feel No Pain? Yeah, I mean, an invuln makes more sense, right? Like, it's literally got big armored panels. But yeah, I mean, I suppose a Feel No Pain would be good too. I feel like there should... Because when your Land Raider can only save on a 6 against... Well, you've got things like Knight Lancers. They have like AP... Oh no, Knight Castellans that have like AP 5. Like, what, your Land Raider doesn't even get a save? Like, come on. It's a giant armored vehicle. Why doesn't you don't even get to roll a saving throw? Come on. You've got a 2-up save, but you don't get to roll a saving throw. Like, that just seems dumb. Custodes can't take the multi-melta, but they get a 5-up Feel No Pain. Do you know what? I'd probably trade the multi-melta for the 5-up invuln save all day long, you know that? Ooh, Calgar says the 5-up Feel No Pain isn't going to fix things. Well, I guess we all have different opinions on stuff. The 4-up invuln save on the Bladeguard is pretty useful, man. I'm enjoying it. Alright, I'm gonna bail out in just 2 minutes, guys. Because I want to try and make sure that my daughter goes to sleep, because she's probably through there messing around. Because I can hear noises from the other room. And she should be asleep an hour ago. Evening, Real Skilling. You are coming in just as I am heading out. But I will be here tomorrow night, 8 PM, or sorry, just after 8 PM, probably like 8:15, 8:30, to do community army lists. So tune in for that if you're interested. I think we'll maybe have some lag lists on for a change, because I think a few people are sort of starting to get excited about lag again, maybe now. I certainly enjoyed lag this week with the Bladeguard, and the improved Sangry Guard and lag are pretty nice as well. How was the rugby, Lone Moose? What was the score? Alright, lots to do on these Bladeguard, but that's going to have to be it for tonight, I think. If you liked the stream, please do leave a like, and if you want to hang out tomorrow, 8:15, 8:30, the stream will be set up during the day, so you'll be able to set a reminder. But yeah, I guess balance, less rerolls. I mean, they said that this edition was going to have less rerolls and it was going to be less killy, but then I guess they just didn't deliver on it. So maybe we'll see what they say that next edition is going to have, and maybe we can keep our fingers crossed. France beat England. Oh, that's not good. It's close. Alright guys, well have a great evening. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow to look at some army lists. Take care. Have a nice evening. Peace.